Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and today I'm going to show you how to make loaded potato bites. They could be considered like scallop potatoes or roasted potatoes, just depending on how you end up cooking them. But I'm just going to show you a super simple method to do this. And we have a couple of, I believe these are russet potatoes that I have scrubbed really well and washed because I'm going to leave the skins on. I have some just real bacon pieces. If you have bacon that you've cooked, that's even better. This is just what I happen to have in the refrigerator. I have some shredded sharp cheddar, sour cream, and butter. So the first thing I did, wash my potatoes. Now I'm gonna slice them up into thin slices and I'm gonna put them into a baking dish. But first I'm gonna spray the bottom of the baking dish with some non-stick cooking spray. And I'm also going to get some salt and pepper because it needs a little bit of that also in the mix. Okay guys, I have my potatoes sliced up in the pan. I actually only ended up using 2. I'm not going to do a huge container of this tonight, but just depending on how many people you are feeding, depends on how many you need. And you can see about how thick I cut them. The thinner you cut them, the quicker that they are going to cook. So I just have them all layered in the bottom of the pan. And next I am going to cut up a little bit of butter and just little tiny pats and drop it over and season it. And what I'm going to use to season is, I just pulled some French fry seasoning out of the cabinet. You can use salt, pepper, garlic, onion. You can throw herbs in there, some thyme, basil, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to use some of this basic French fry seasoning. And then I'll probably add just a touch more salt and pepper to it just because I like just the salt and pepper. And then I'm going to put a couple of dollops of sour cream, and then I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil and bake it at 350 until the potatoes are soft, until I can take a fork and stick them in here and they're soft. And then, and only then, we'll add my cheese and my bacon. I'll uncover it and put the cheese and bake it. But I'll just show you step by step how this is going to go. So I have my potatoes here. So now I'm just going to go ahead and season them up. And I'm going to be pretty liberal because we really like seasoning on them. Okay, now I'm going to get my butter pats cut up and put on. Okay guys, I know this is not super pretty, but trust me, it will be delicious. And if you don't like sour cream, just add a little bit more butter. I think I used about 3 tablespoons or so of butter just chopped up. And a lot of it is going to go to the bottom and you're not going to eat it, but you want the butter, you want liquid of some sort to coat the potatoes so they do not dry out. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of aluminum foil over it and get the first part of the cooking done. And like I said, depending on how thick you cut your potatoes will depend on how long you cook. I'm going to start with about 20 minutes and I will check them at the 20-minute mark. Okay guys, it's been actually about 25 minutes or so. And these guys are pretty darn tender. I mean, it's just going in super, super easy. I don't feel too much resistance. You don't want them to be mush. You want to feel a little bit, but you don't want to have to kind of stab it to get it to go through. So they are pretty tender. And now I'm going to do the toppings. I'm going to do some sharp cheddar and bacon. And then I think I'm going to get some chives and parsley also and go ahead and add it to the top. I'm just going to check and see what I have. But this part right here is entirely up to you, whatever you want to put. Okay guys, so I have added my cheese, bacon. I had 1 lone green onion in the fridge. And I'm not a huge fan of green onion, so I just did it from like here over. And then on the rest of it, I did some dried parsley and some dried chives. So I'm going to put this back in the oven and just melt everything and toast it up. Okay guys, this is what it looks like, all toasted up and brown, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. This is super simple, super easy. You can use whatever ingredients you already have in your cabinet. So you can mix and match and try different things. and serve it with a meat side dish, or you could even toss some ground sausage or ground burger into this and turn it into like a potato and meat type casserole. Just so many options you can do with basic potatoes. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Have a good night.